something we've only seen less than a handful of times since his franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And they'll start on the ground. ETN. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
First pick. 25.
To throw on second is Watson. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
54.
Watson just beating the play clock. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd are the best in the league, especially this time of year. It's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. Taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. might get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. Right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the air now with Watson rolling to his right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
24's down, he's coming. Hey, 25. Hey, 24. Hey, alert.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Good running right there, and this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On play action, they'll throw. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, here in the early going.
They run with Barkley on first down, and he gets about 5 out of it. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. from the gun. They'll try to run it to the 27-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Up the middle with Barkley. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Here we go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's brought down. Now they send a man in motion right. Barkley will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half, they've got to turn things around quickly. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Here's Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
24.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Draw play, ETN. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going, right?
And now Watson throws another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
2nd and 6. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage to 37 on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The slot man in motion right. On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On the counter, ETN. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Hey, 31!
Watson on third down. He's going to look deep down the field and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Slot man moves right. Back to the ground with Etienne. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 12, Watson. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Check. Come 19.
They'll throw now on the final play. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis operating guard, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Straight ahead, Etienne. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, Watson. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is going to have the Jags first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Watson on first down. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Watson. Forced out to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want enough. That's caught at the 25. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go street.
Allen, the man in motion right.
Mustang 19. 79 Broncos.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. We'll see a return here from the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
After the sack on first down, Watson. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Off of play action, it's Watson. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
26. At 24.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. He targets Ingram for another grab. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's second and 10. Handoff running left is Etienne. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing on third down, Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown! Travis Etienne, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There's a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
60 Wildcat, 60 Wildcat. 19 tight, 19 tight.
On play action, they'll throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. They'll look to throw again. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. They'll run with Barkley. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And this offense on third down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Watson now to throw. Being chased out left. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And the tight end goes in motion left. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. This is caught inside the 15. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson completes it to Evan Ingram. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a first down throw, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. It means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
First pick. 29. 54.
Again, it's Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Watson off play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. This is caught. It's Kirk. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
24 down, he's coming. At 25. At 24.
To the air yet again, Watson.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now Watson. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one at the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
They'll look to throw. Complete at the 1. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Let's go now.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it is apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Sisco. The Ravens going to move on to another week in these playoffs as we